Today our topic is why small daily habits lead to big success. Life is made up of small moments, and those moments are shaped by the habits we build every day. Success is not something that happens overnight. It is not a single event or a big moment. It is the result of many small actions, repeated day after day. Think of success like a tree. A tree does not grow in one day. It starts as a tiny seed, and with water, sunlight, and care. In the same way, success comes from small, consistent habits that we practice every day. Let me explain why this is so important. First, small habits are easy to start. When we think about big goals, like becoming successful, it can feel overwhelming. We might think, how can I ever achieve that? But when we break it down into small habits, it becomes much easier. For example, if your goal is to write a book, it might seem impossible to write 300 pages. But if you start by writing just 1 page a day, it becomes manageable. 1 page a day is a small habit, but over time, it adds up. After a year, you will have 365 pages. That's more than enough for a book. Small habits make big goals feel less scary because they're something we can do right now, today. Second, small habits build momentum. When we do something small every day, it creates a sense of progress. Even if the progress is tiny, it still feels good. For example, if you want to get fit, you might start by doing just 10 minutes of exercise every day. At first, 10 minutes might not seem like much, but after a week, you will have done 70 minutes of exercise. After a month, you will have done over 4 hours. This progress gives you motivation to keep going. It's like pushing a heavy rock. At first, it's hard to get the rock moving, but once it starts rolling, it becomes easier. Small habits are like that first push. They get you moving, and once you're moving, it's easier to keep going. Third, small habits help us build discipline. Discipline is like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. When we practice small habits every day, we are training our discipline muscle. For example, if you make it a habit to wake up early every day, even on weekends, you are building discipline. At first, it might be hard to get out of bed, but over time, it becomes easier. You start to feel proud of yourself for sticking to your habit. This pride gives you confidence to tackle bigger challenges. Discipline is the foundation of success. Without discipline, even the most talented people will struggle to achieve their goals. Small habits help us build this foundation. Fourth, small habits create consistency. Success is not about doing something perfectly once in a while. It's about doing something consistently over time. Think of it like saving money. If you save $10 a day, it might not seem like much. But after a year, you will have saved $3,650. That's a lot of money. The same principle applies to habits. If you read 10 pages of a book every day, after a year, you will have read over 3,600 pages. That's several books. Consistency is powerful because it compounds over time. Small habits help us stay consistent, even when life gets busy or difficult. Fifth, small habits help us focus on what we can control. Life is full of things we cannot control. We cannot control the weather, other people's actions, or unexpected events, but we can control our habits. For example, we can't control whether we get a promotion at work, but we can control whether we show up on time, work hard, and learn new skills. Small habits give us a sense of control over our lives. When we focus on what we can control, we feel less stressed and more empowered. This is a key idea in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us to focus on what is within our power. Small habits are within our power, and they can help us build a better life. Sixth, small habits help us avoid procrastination. Procrastination happens when we feel overwhelmed by a big task. We think it'll start tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes. Small habits help us avoid this trap because they make the task feel smaller and more manageable. For example, if you need to clean your house, you might feel overwhelmed by the thought of cleaning the whole thing at once. But if you make it a habit to clean just one room a day, it is easier. Why? You don't have to do everything at once. Small habits break big tasks into smaller, more manageable pieces. This makes it easier to get started and keep going. Seventh, small habits help us build confidence. When we practice small habits every day, we start to see progress. This progress gives us confidence in our ability to achieve our goals. For example, if you make it a habit to practice a musical instrument for 15 minutes a day, you will start to see improvement. After a few weeks, you will be able to play a simple song. This small success gives you confidence to keep practicing. Over time, you will become better and better. Confidence is important because it helps us take on bigger challenges. Small habits help us build this confidence step by step. Eighth, small habits help us stay patient. In today's world, we are used to quick results. We want everything fast food, fast internet, fast success. But real success takes time. Small habits teach us to be patient. They remind us that progress is slow but steady. For example, if you plant a seed in the ground, you can't expect it to grow into a tree overnight. You have to water it every day and wait for it to grow. Small habits are like watering the seed. They remind us to be patient and trust the process. Success is not about speed. It's about consistency and persistence. Ninth, small habits help us build a routine. A routine is a set of habits that we do every day. Routines are powerful because they create structure in our lives. They help us stay organized and focused. For example, if you have a morning routine that includes exercise, meditation, and reading, you will start your day with energy and focus. This sets a positive tone for the rest of the day. Small habits are the building blocks of a good routine. When we practice them every day, they become automatic. We don't have to think about them, we just do them. This frees up our mental energy for more important tasks. 10th, small habits help us stay motivated. Motivation is not something we can rely on all the time. Some days we feel motivated, and other days we don't. But habits don't depend on motivation. They depend on discipline. For example, if you make it a habit to exercise every day, you don't need to feel motivated to do it. You just do it because it's part of your routine. Over time, this habit will help you stay healthy and fit, even on days when you don't feel like exercising. Small habits keep us moving forward, even when motivation is low. In conclusion, small daily habits are the key to big success. They are easy to start, build momentum, and help us develop discipline, consistency, and confidence. They keep us focused on what we can control, help us avoid procrastination, and teach us patience. Small habits create routines that give structure to our lives and keep us motivated even when we don't feel like it. Success is not about big, dramatic actions. It's about small, consistent habits that we practice every day. So start small, be patient, and trust the process. Over time, your small habits will lead to big success. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today and keep moving forward. Success is within your reach, one small habit at a time.